it's Nicole and welcome to a video a day for the whole month of July. And I thought I would start off by making a kit because I thought, what am I going to scrap for the next 30 days? What kind of videos am I going to do? And I thought this drawer is sort of all newer stuff that I've acquired in the last probably 6 months, and I just kept putting it in there. So it's all newer stuff. You got the Vicky Bouton collection, and that's by American Craft. You got the new Dear Lizzie, new-ish. I know there's another one coming out maybe, and the Maggie Holmes, the Amy Tangerine. That was from the last I think that was the January CHA, not the July. I haven't gotten anything from the July. So Oasis from Crate Paper. Only have a few 6x6. I didn't get any of the 12x12. I only got 6x6. Chasing Dreams by Maggie Holmes. So I thought I'll start with this and get some page kits done. So I've done page kits where I used a stack of pattern papers that were just all mixed up. Then I did one with 12x12 paper stacks and went through that. Now we're going to start with, let's start with embellishments, and then we'll pull in some papers to match. And I'm going to try and keep it to newer papers, but I'm going to need some 12x12. So that, might be a little older, but it'll all match with the embellishments that I choose. And it'll do two things. It'll get me to use some newer stuff, and then I can mix in some older stuff. But at least I'll feel like, all these embellishments that I got, that I'm going to be using some of them, and it didn't sit there for, a year or two before I actually started to use them. So I'll take a few of these out, and then I'll choose some of them as the start for the to start pulling some papers out. I might do this all in real time, or just part of it in real time and some of it in fast forward. Just depends on how quiet my house remains, because everybody's home. So my son has graduated. Oh, it was just this past Monday, and so now sort of life is sort of gone back to normal. Except now he's graduated and he's going to start college in the fall. And so now he's looking for a job for the summer. I think he already got one, we're pretty sure, but we will see. So I have some dies under here. I gotta put those with my dies. So let's just put this to the side. That's just one of those drawers from Recollections. I just took the whole drawer out. Okay, so let's take some tickets. I love puffy stickers, so we'll take some of those. That's kind of Valentine-ish. I guess it could be love-ish, but we'll put that aside for now. I'll take all the puffy stickers, I think. I love puffy stickers. I don't like the fact that if I use them, they're gone, but you can't do that, right? You gotta use stuff. I love words, so we'll take the words. Chipboard stickers. I'll probably take a lot of what's there and then go from there. Okay. So those are from two different collections. But let's see if there's some colors that kind of go from one to the other. There is pink in both. There's green. It looks close enough to be the same green in both. There's blue in this one. There's a little bit of blue in this one, just a little bit. Black and black. There's yellow. So it's enough. Like there's more pink on this side and blue, and then this side it's more green and gold. but that's fine. So we'll put those two together. And then I really like frames, so, and there's yellow, there's gold, there's green, there's blue, so goes well. The same, the colors, the blue, the green, the yellow, and the pink. And need some stickers, right? So gotta use that. Those have a lot of the same colors, but I don't want too many embellishments. So I think I want to go with the Git-R-Done, and it's more because it's labels and stuff, and I like to start my embellishment clusters with that. And I'll keep this for another time. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to use the papers, because the papers do coordinate, but it just means that I'll use it some other time. Okay. Now, I don't know about those yet. Okay. So I'll use this and this. And I don't have the Amy Tangerine 6x6. So I'll try to find some papers in this one. So Dear Lizzie, Lovely Day, Crepe Paper Oasis, and Crepe Paper Chasing Dreams. That's the only 6x6 that I have. And mostly because they were sold out by the time I ordered, and then I never went to look back. Like maybe they became back in stock, but I just ordered what was there and I didn't worry about it. And then these, the Git-R-Done, I got at Crop and Create. So this I got at Crop and Create, and the rest I got at Simon Says Stamps, or Stamp. Okay. So now we got this. We got this. We're going to need some 12x12s to, you know, for the, because I do 12x12 layouts. But before we do that, maybe we can choose some 6x6, and then we can choose some 12x12s later. So we'll move that to the side. I'll just keep some of the embellishments. I'll open them up and take some of them out so I can match my papers. This is not opening very well. Okay. So it's been quite the week. We're all totally exhausted, but it was worth it, right? But some of these days were pretty long. Okay, so let's take out a yellow, a green, one of those blues, a pink. I'll just take those two pinks. So cute. And to remind myself, some black. And then on this side, the turquoisey color. See, the yellow coordinates really well. The blue is pretty good too. Okay. So the only color on this side that's kind of different than this side is the teal. Not the teal, the aqua teals. Aqua or teal. See, that pink coordinates really well with that pink. Okay. So we can move that to the side. I'll put it back in the little plastic trays here, just so they're not in the way. So we'll put those as reminders of colors. Okay. Now we can look for papers. Oh. Right off the bat. And I don't even know how many I'm going to take at this point. I'm just going to go through, see what I like, and just pull it out at this point. See, these are Chasing Dreams, and I didn't even pull the embellishments for that, and look how well it goes. This is awesome. Oh, that goes well with that. It's awesome. Look at that blue. Pretty great. I might go back through again and decide on different ones once I go through all the other ones. Look how well that coordinates. Ooh. Cameras, gotta take the cameras. Okay, and that's one. Okay, let's open these. Yeah, I think I ordered those, well, when they became available. What was it, February? Oh, it has all the colors. That's so cool. There you go. Don't want to bring in purple. Don't think. There. A little bit off. And then it starts over. Not as many from that one, 3 or 4. That's okay. That's it. And this is only the beginning. The yellow's off. Oh, love that. Yeah, I felt really sad that I didn't buy the that goes well with that, the collection, like the 12 by 12, but I was like, no, you have enough. Just get the 6 by 6, and then you'll have papers that coordinate, and then use what you have and still have some new stuff. So this will be fun. It'll get me to use some new stuff and get me, and I didn't, you know, buy a whole bunch. A few of them with words. Just because I'm pulling them out doesn't mean that I'm going to use them. It's just sort of the first go at it. So that's quite a bit of 6 by 6. awesome. I might use cardstock for some of the base. Now, I found last time that, I mean, that's a lot of papers, and I gotta get some of these used up. There's so many. This is the best of my mind's eye. So we'll try in here and see if we can find some that coordinates. This paper is super thin, but that's more like a purplish. A while ago it looked like blue, but I think it looks more purple. A light purple. We'll go with the polka dots. I'll just put them to the side for now. I don't know. Still on the fence with that one. Oh, I like this one better. So I figure with these, let's say we're gonna make, okay, so the phone was ringing, and then the guy across from us right there, he has a farm and he was baling some hay. So it was really loud. So let's try to do a few more. Oh, I like this. So up to now, just to recap, we have this one here, we have the black, and then I like this one, so that's 3. Let's see, still keeping in mind those colors. I'm going to try and choose, I don't know, maybe 30 pages. And the goal for this will be, let's say, 10-page kits, because I'll do 10 pages using sort of newer things, and then I'll do maybe, you know, a few page kits using older stuff, but we'll do all the pages with these first. So still keeping in mind these right there, those colors. Wow, this has a little bit of brown, but it has the green, it has the blue, it has the teal, the pink. It doesn't have the yellow, but it has enough of the other colors that I'm going to pull that. $30 pages. If I can take them all from here, I'm okay with that. Because it means that I won't have to go anywhere else. Just get the patterns I need from here, and it'll be done. I'm going to take this as I cut apart. That's so pretty. I'll take it. Ooh, I love polka dots. So we'll take the polka dots. It's so pretty. I want to take them all though. I can't do that. I'll keep that in mind. I love this pattern paper pad because it's so, like, there's so many different colors, and oh, these arrows. Ah, yikes. I kind of ripped the top there. Yeah, there's so many different patterns in here. They're not very thick, but that's okay. all from different collections. Oh, isn't that pretty? I want to make sure it's nice and open because the last one I ripped the top. I want options, so I'm going to get options. So pretty. I want them all. Pretty. I like that because it has stuff that I can cut out and it has all the colors that I want. I love this. I'm not going to have to take out any other pattern paper pads. I think I'll be able to use all the patterns from this one. I think My Mind's Eye is like close to one of my favorite paper companies. Love the pattern papers. So when I saw this at Michael's, it was like, I didn't have to think about it too long. I grabbed it right away. Okay, why not? Coordinates really well with that. Oh, this too. And the yellow. Okay. Now, this is like a purple. So I went into my stash and I found this, and look how, oops. Look how well that coordinates. And it took me like 2 seconds to find this. So, because on part of my room, it's divided by colors. So this was like a bluish purple. So it went really well with that. So I'll have this out just for that color. So let's see how many pattern papers we have. Now I know I'm not going to use all of this because I only want to do like 10 page kits. So that's a pretty good amount. It's about, I'd say 20-25 papers. And with each page kit, I want to put 2 to 3. Oh, I just reached my steps. Yay. I want to put at least 2 or 3 pattern papers with each. And then some of this 6x6. So I'll have plenty. So I'm just going to pause it and come back, and then we'll start putting the page kits together. Okay, so now we're on fast forward because I figure the hardest part for me is done. Going through everything that you had in your scrap room, limiting it to, like I started with 3 6x6 pattern paper pad, and then I pulled out X amount of pattern papers, and then I went to a pattern paper pad that had 180 pages, and then I took out about between 20 and 30, I would say. And now with those patterns, I'm just going to go through and see which ones I like together. And what I tried to do as I was picking out those pattern papers is I made sure it wasn't, I mean, yes, there's a lot of teals and blues and pinks, but that seems to be colors that are very popular in kits, like, or pattern paper packs when they make them. It is a nice color, so a lot of companies do end up putting those colors in their kits. But I tried to bring in different colors too. So I got some yellow, I got some pink, I got some of the teal, and then I'm going to end up doing a page of browns, which I admit I did end up going back to that paper pad and taking out some brown pattern papers. and then I have some black too in there. So there's going to be, in the 11 layouts, there's going to be some teal, but there's also going to be some pink pages, some yellow pages, so a bit of variety. And also, like I said, as I'm putting these page kits together, I don't have any idea what photos I'm going to be using, but as I'm at this point, I'm not really thinking of any photographs or anything like that. I'm just going with what I like the look of. So, you know, I have the stripe, and I thought, okay, I need some other pattern papers. So I like the polka dot because it's a different scale than the stripes. So I really like that. And so I'm just going by, right now, by what I like. And I'm putting the page kits aside. Once I have pretty much all that pattern paper gone, I think I have like maybe 2 left, 2 or 3. And that's why I ended up with 11 instead of 10. Then I start pulling the embellishments, which will be in the next video. And even at that point, I still don't know what photos I'm going to do. But as I'm pulling the embellishments is when I start thinking of photos that would go with the embellishments that I'm pulling. So I ended up doing 2 different videos, one to pull, you know, the kit and the pattern papers, and then tomorrow we'll pull the embellishments for each kit, and then I'll just quickly show you how I kind of decided on the photos, which for me, that is the quickest part. Usually for a 10, 11 page kit like this, I can usually do it in less than 15 minutes. Now, here's where you can see that I go back and I choose some brown pattern papers, because when I was looking at it, I was like, man, there's a lot of teal and blue and, you know, some yellow, but I wanted some earthy colors. So I remembered that there was a star pattern paper, and then that the one that I just picked before that, which is kind of like chevron, but they're kind of divided in 2. And so I'm looking for 3 different pattern papers that would have some brown, and then I'm going to end up doing a page that is more brown tone. Another thing that I really liked about this kit is I started with some stuff that was brand new to me, you know, stuff that I've had in the last 6 months. And then this is really older stuff. This pattern paper pack, I've probably had it for at least a couple years. So I love mixing the new stuff with the old stuff. And before the month ends, we're going to dig more into the old supplies again. Okay, the question for today, I mentioned before that I love to read. So if you're a reader, if there's any series that you really enjoyed, if you wouldn't mind putting them in the comments down below. I'm always looking for some new series to read. I think that's my favorite of the reading, is when there's more than one book to the series, then that way you get involved in the story and with the characters. And I just find that you get lost in that world, and I absolutely love that. Okay, so we're coming up on the end of the video, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I so appreciate each and every one of you in the last few days. It's been fun chatting with you guys in the comments, and I just want to tell you that each and every single comment, I always read them, and you guys are so supportive, and I am just loving being part of this scrapbooking community. It's so positive and so uplifting, and I just want to give you guys all a big shout out and just thank you so much for all the support that you guys are giving me. And on that note, if you're new to my channel, for the entire month of July, I'm going to be uploading a video a day. So make sure that if you're not subscribed, to hit the subscribe button. And also, if you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up. And I want to thank you so much for watching. and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye. Okay, so I have 11 page ready, which is one more than I thought, but we'll just go with that. And what I did too was I have this little tray that I usually put all my leftovers, and it was full. Like I filled 2 of those little tiny iris containers, so I filled 2 of those up. I'll put them in later back in because I do like to try to use that up. But what I'm going to do is I wanted to clear so that I could reset, what I call reset, and then that way as I'm finishing layouts, I'm going to put it in here, and then with leftovers we're going to try and do some extra layouts, so that'll be clear. So now we'll start with 1 page at a time, and at this point I don't know what pictures I'm going to do, but as I'm putting these page kits together, as I'm looking at the embellishments, it's sparking, you know, maybe stories in my head. Like for example, this card here, it says, "I love you more than ice cream." And that's totally something that Mason would say. So I'm going to put you on fast forward and choose some embellishments for all of these and some pictures.